The law goes into effect on December 7th, but Governor Mike DeWine says he's already had conversations with State House leaderships about some of the changes he thinks need to be made to the law. Governor Mike DeWine says he wants to respect the will of the voters, that recreational marijuana will be legal in the state. But he says he has three big picture goals he wants to look at. That includes reducing the number of people who are driving under the influence and protecting children.
But also every adult who does not want to inhale, who does not want to be smelling marijuana, and they make a choice not to use marijuana.
There will be significant regulation. There will be private property right protections. There will be home rule within communities who can set some of their own boundaries, similar to what you see with alcohol and tobacco laws.
At the State House, Republican leaders in the House and Senate already have ideas for changes they want to make to the law.
What the people have clearly told us is they want legal marijuana in Ohio. We are going to see that they have that, but we're also going to live up to our responsibility to all the people of the state of Ohio.
It's very disheartening and disappointing to, on the one hand, say, yeah, we respect you voters, and on the other hand say, but let's rush through some changes to this bill to this law that you just overwhelmingly passed.
In a statement, Speaker of the Ohio House, Jason Stephens, says now is the time for the legislature to lead on how best to allocate tax revenues. And Ohio Senate President Matt Hoffman says there will be significant discussions about THC levels and tax revenues. On the other side of the aisle, Representative Casey Weinstein tells me he's not opposed to making the law better as long as it's done transparently.
The THC limits is something that I've heard from folks we could take a look at. There may be elements of the home grow program that we take a look at. I've heard some questions about the level of taxation.
DeWine says he's urging Stephens and Huffman to pass something that can go into effect when the law does on December 7th.
Well, I've already talked to them. I've talked to them on the phone. I'm not going to say what I said to them, nor am I going to say what they said to me.
DeWine says he wants the changes to the law to be made by then, so there's no confusion about how things will roll out. But Weinstein says he thinks that deadline is too soon.
I don't think that can get done in a way that is fair to the different stakeholder groups that need to be at the table.
DeWine says he's meeting with Stephens and Huffman on Monday morning about that legislation. He says he'll be able to share more details about it after that meeting. We have already seen a bill introduced by a Republican House member to use a portion of the tax revenue for law enforcement training. Local for you at the State House, I'm Natalie Fahmy, NBC4.